So the secret to a good stir fry is your prep. So I thought I will show you the prep, all the prep that I would do normally before I film. So in here, I've got the vermicelli noodles. They're just in hot water. It's not boiling water. It's about 150 grams. This will be enough for 2 to 3 people, 2 very hungry people. And I'm just going to leave those to soak until they're soft and then drain and rinse them. I've got 150 grams of pork fillet cut into whatever that is. I am just going to put a little bit of soy sauce on. As well as the soy sauce, I'm adding a good grinding of white pepper, and that can just sit in the soy sauce until I'm ready to cook. It should be 150 grams of noodles, 150 grams of pork, and 150 grams of prawns. I don't have 150 grams of prawns. It doesn't matter. Mine are cooked prawns, and I've just left them to defrost. The other thing I'm going to do is I've got a tablespoon of curry powder. I am using the Marks and Spencer's medium roasted because I find this very versatile, and because it's a roasted curry powder, you can use it, how do I explain it? You can use it raw, you can use it, you don't have to cook it, so you can sprinkle it on food. Very useful when you're making coronation chicken because that can go in the dressing. So there's a tablespoon of curry powder and a teaspoon of turmeric. In here, I've got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine, and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. I'm going to set all of this aside. I just want to show you how I julienne, julienne is a very thin matchstick cut. So I will just do, using my mandolin on the first setting, I'm just going to do a couple of slices. Shouldn't do this drunk. I'm doing this without a guard. I will use the guard, but I just want to show you. So I've taken a couple of slices and then I'm going to use a knife to cut it into lovely little matchsticks. Not very well. So I'm going to julienne a couple of slices and I'm going to then cut it lengthways and then cut it to the size of matchsticks. So that everything is uniform, I'm going to actually slice my red pepper the same way. I'm going to save the rest of this to make a goulash later in the week. It's a hot wok, you want it smoking. Going in. Stir fry for a couple of minutes, just to get it brown. I like to use my tongs. Taking that out of the pan, splash more oil. As well as the vegetables I told you about, I have also very finely sliced some garlic, but I'm putting in the red pepper, the carrot, and the onion, and 2 cloves of garlic finely sliced. And I'm just going to stir fry those for a couple of minutes. So you're just going to cook these until they're soft. Next going in is the curry powder and turmeric, and that just needs a minute to cook through. Pork going back in, prawns going in, drained vermicelli noodles, which I have actually just tossed in a little bit of sesame oil. Stir and fry, get everything coated, get those noodles covered in those lovely curry flavours. I'm now going to pour on the Shaoxing wine with the, what else was in there? You know, all the stuff I told you that was in there. Oyster sauce, soy sauce. I am actually going to add a splash of water, and I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of sugar. Let's serve. Steaming hot, beautiful Singapore noodles. Finish off with some with some spring onions. Beautiful Singapore noodles. And I am just adding an extra sprinkle of the medium roasted curry powder because it needs it.